right, since I'm trying to do a bit of a skincare experiment, I thought maybe I should film what's going on. So I've got little milia, that's my main concern. They're little white spots that kind of look like acne, but they're not. And it's not medically a big deal, but because like I can feel them, I know I absent-mindedly scratch them, I don't want them to get infected. You're not supposed to like scratch those things. It does get them out after a while, but I want to try and get rid of them the right way so that when I'm absent-minded, like I won't absent-mindedly scratch and make things worse. So at present, my current like skincare routine is like maybe every second night I've been using that as a cleanser. And then every morning and every night I do the Benzac, which is really for acne, prevention and treatment. 5%. Just put it on little spots where I usually have problem areas or if I see anything come up. And then I have a big bottle of moisturizer. And I do that twice a day as well. But now what I'm changing is I'm doing this every night. And then after that, the little sample I got from Mecca of the Dermalogica, what do you call it? Daily Microfoliant. So it's an exfoliator. The internet said to only exfoliate once or twice a week, but this says daily, so I'm a bit scared. I used it last night. I haven't had a reaction, so cross fingers, and just as like a survey of, my skin. So I've only done one night, so not early enough to see any changes. So let's see, the things that I'm worried about. It's a little bit hard for me to show you because I am so blind. And I can't even see what the camera is spotting. Okay, the easy ones to see, there's two here. Like there is a little red spot that's just like a blood vessel, can't do anything about that. But I see these two little white spots, sorry about my nose. There's also like one on the side of my nose. There's also one here. Is the lighting any good? So like there's a few little spots. I think there's like one there. Some of them I think are actually like, skin things. They don't have the white spot. I think I did have, that one there I think is sort of gradually going. I think there's one under the glasses area, and then there's like one somewhere in there, which I don't know if the camera can pick it up, and then there's one sort of there. They're just these little white spots. I think they're like blocked pores or something, and then I think I've got some other little, I don't know, bumpy bits. Yeah, I think like the ones that look more like pimples, they catch my eye because I had problems with acne when I was younger. And so I use, my brain sort of trained to look at them and want to get rid of them. But the main problem is like when I run my finger over it, I can feel them. And so if I'm not paying attention, I will start scratching them and they do start to get red. And sometimes they come out, but the infection's a problem. So yeah, I'll try exfoliating. For the first time since all that acne treatment. I assume one of the products back then must have been exfoliating, but I wouldn't know because I never paid that much attention. I just did what I was told to do. Yeah, but I guess we'll also see if anything else happens. I'm not too concerned about like, I don't know, wrinkles. Do I even have, I think I've got like the tiniest little bit, probably less for my age because I don't go out in the sun much or do much with my face. But yeah, I'm not too concerned about those things because like I can't feel, like even the smile lines, I can't really feel them. They're not an issue. The issue is the bumpy things and just absent-mindedly when I'm focused on something else. I don't want to give myself an infection. So today's, does this count as day 1 or day 2 since I did that last night? I don't know, maybe I'll just go by the date. What is the date today? It's, the 11th of October 2024. There you go. All right, it's been 2 weeks. It's the 24th of October 2024. 2 weeks since I started the exfoliating and extra cleansing routine. Has anything changed? Unfortunately, the lighting is not the same because the weather is, it's going to rain later. So this is the best lighting I can get today before it all goes to shit. But yeah, so we've got those two little ones there. Do they look less? Maybe? I didn't think so, like, looking at it every day, but I just watched the start of this video again, and maybe it's less. I don't know. I feel like it changes depending on lighting, and I can still feel them, so I'm not sure. What about the one on my nose? Still there. There's still that one. It's hard to see. I can still see all the same spots. Like, you know, I won't torture you with too many horrible close-ups. Editing me here, it also didn't stop me getting any pimples. I don't know that the camera's really picking it up, but there is like the tiniest little one starting to form under there, despite me doing better skincare. So I can still see them all. So did the exfoliating, like I was only going to do it for 1 week, but I didn't really see much change, so I thought I would do it for 2 weeks. And I'm still not sure that I've seen anything change. Hang on, let me just make sure my phone's not going to fall down. Okay. Yeah, I'm still not sure that I've seen any significant change. Now, I don't know, is 2 weeks enough for this sort of a product? Or is this the sort of thing that'll take like a few months to show results? Because I know maybe I'm being impatient. It's a bit different to some conditions that clear up in a couple weeks, I guess. But let me know what you think. Like, should I keep going? Maybe I will do it tonight, because by the time I post this video, you won't have had a chance to give an opinion. But I'm just like, is it making any difference? And see, the thing is, I think there's actually quite a lot of product in there. What is this? It's 4 grams, but you only need a small amount and add it to water, you know, on your hands. But like, if I decide that it's an experiment that's worth continuing, then I'll have to buy more. And I'm a bit like, is it worth it to buy more or to try a different product? What am I even looking for? I don't know. Because the other thing is, this has some different stuff in it. What did it say? Oh, it doesn't say on that. I'm pretty sure it's got like salicylic acid, which is something that was used back when I had acne treatment, but I don't know, it doesn't say. Oh no, it says on the bottom, microcrystalline cellulose, magnesium oxide, sodium cocoyl isethionate, colloidal oatmeal, disodium lauryl, sulfur, peel here. Oh, there's even more in it. I am not gonna read all that, but there's like rice, ginkgo, yeah, salicylic acid. Wow, there's a lot of stuff. Anyway, no, and I think maybe with the salicylic acid, or maybe with a few other things, I do notice like after I've used it, things feel maybe smoother immediately after, but I don't know if it's just like that it's maybe tighten things a little just because of like the chemical stuff, and not actually my skin tightening or getting smoother. I'm not sure. I already put my moisturizer on for the day, so I can't actually feel like I can still feel the moisturizer sitting on there. Like it's sunk in, but I don't know, this stuff's pretty thick. I'm wondering if maybe I should get a thinner moisturizer for the days when I decide to do makeup, which is rare, but I don't know, maybe that's something I should ask the makeup people about. What's a good moisturizer that's thin and won't feel weird on the makeup? But no, so like I feel like it does something. I'm just not sure what it is or what result I'm supposed to be looking for and whether I care. Because if it feels kind of smooth afterwards, but I don't know, is it smooth or is it just cleaner than I'm used to? So it's doing something, I don't know what. I don't think it's really doing much for the milia. But let me know what you think. I'm sorry that the lighting I couldn't quite replicate from last time. So experiment with skincare. And then I've also got to think about like, okay, do I continue it or do I not? And should I try one of the other skincare products in the samples that they gave me? Should I keep doing this and add something in, but then it's going to be a little bit harder to know what's doing what? I'm not sure. But at least I didn't have a reaction, so I probably could try something else for science. Or do I pull back on this and only do it every so often? I really don't know. That's the trouble with like skincare and cosmetics. Because this isn't like a medical product and the medical field doesn't care about these minor skin things, the science is much less robust. There is science, so you know, they know things that salicylic acid do stuff, but in what quantities and in what combination, there's not science on that. So like they make these products and they test them, but it's not as rigorous as your peer-reviewed science. And then, yeah, the refining of like how much dose do people need? Do people need different dosages of these things for their particular skin? Yes, it's not an exact science, and it frustrates me because I like to be a science-minded person, but I've had to come to it, and, you know, my psychologist is a little bit annoyed at me for it because, you know, if there's a treatment that doesn't have 100% rigorous science, I'll be like, don't know that I want to do that. For example, EMDR, there's more evidence these days, but there's also some things that are still a bit iffy, and they don't actually know how it works. And then I'm like, I mean, I looked into it more, and so I kind of understand how it works, but yeah, I don't like things that don't have exact science. Also, like schizoid personality disorder, there isn't a whole lot of studies done on it compared to other disorders, so there's not a lot of information on what helps us. And then for things like dissociative identity disorder, controversial diagnosis, a lot of science that's kind of questionable and no clear answers. I don't like that. Makes it hard for me to figure out myself, and also hard to, you know, just have an opinion in general. And skincare is the same kind of thing. And so, you know, I don't like that uncertainty, but on the other hand, I have to accept that we don't have answers for everything. And I think my psychologist, you know, wants me to get used to that. So maybe doing skincare as an exercise is also good for my psychology in a way, to just learn to accept that it's probably going to be a trial and error thing, and I can't have certainty in this field, and I kind of just have to trust these cosmetic beauty people. Some of them are just trying to sell me products and trying to sell me insecurities and whatever to make money out of me, but on the other hand, they can be pretty accepting if you do have it. So I didn't actually say this at the start of the video. So what prompted me to try the skincare thing is, you know, like I asked my doctor about the milia, and because it isn't a medically relevant blah blah, she didn't give me any advice. No advice at all. And just told me not to worry about it. And I'm like, that... No, I know what I'm like. I have scratched them out before, and I don't want to, you know, make them bleed. And, like, I know it's a low risk that I'll get an infection, but having been through the whole acne thing, I don't want to fuck it up. You know, that was a long time, and it sucked. So I don't want to, like, risk more shit. So that's why I want to try and do things properly. So yeah, after I left that appointment, I passed by a beauty salon, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll go in. Told them up front that I wasn't ready to do anything. I just wanted some advice and some information. And the lady was really helpful, gave me the name of the treatment that they do for it, and also told me the exfoliating thing. And was just very accepting. So like it's kind of this weird paradox. Like on the one hand, yes, the cosmetic beauty industry is trying to make women, and increasingly men too, insecure about their appearances and make them feel like they need these products, which is kind of shady. But on the other hand, when you already have a concern and you come to them about it, they take you seriously and they treat you with a bit more empathy, and they don't just dismiss you like the doctor does. So it's kind of a mixed bag. And I've noticed that with makeup people as well. Like, yes, there's insecurity being sold, but there's also a lot of acceptance and, you know, camaraderie, and just people trying to help each other out. And at least in like the Mecca Chit Chat Facebook group, people are quite pleasant. It's very rare to see anything negative. I think it's a fairly well moderated group, but it's also just like the culture. People are nice. And same with the skincare stuff. So yeah, it's kind of trying to change my mindset, because I have been judgmental of the whole beauty cosmetic industry in the past. But doing my sort of anthropology experiment, I'm an alien in an alien world kind of thing, I'm like, oh, maybe I was too quick to judge. Anyway, so that's where I'm at. And the other option, I can quit doing this extra skincare stuff because my skin is fine before that. I can keep doing the experiment. I can add something to the experiment. I can change to a different sample to experiment, or the last option is I could go back to the beauty salon and be like, hey, do the things to my face, and see how that goes. I could do that as an experiment. That's going to cost a little bit more money, but, you know, I'm trying to stay alive and just keep existing. Why not give it a go? I don't mind trying new things. I will take one for the team and put my face in a beauty. I've never done any beauty salon shit, so I don't even know what to expect. Like, they described it and I'm just like, I have no idea what any of this is. But let me know what you think. And, but I don't know, before I do the extreme beauty salon thing, maybe I should do one of the other options. So, yeah, let me know. And, that's this experiment for now. And what's the next stage? I don't know. Stay tuned, I guess.